Hello and welcome to this English lesson number 7. Today, for the 4th A and 4th B, today it's Monday, the 30th of March 2020, and for 4th C, today is Tuesday, the 31st of March 2020. And now, let's start the English diary by checking out the homework that we got for the other week. And these are the picture cards of firefighter and fashion designer. So let's start by checking out the picture card of firefighter that I got here, right? And let's start with it. So as always, many options here possible. Muchas opciones aquí posibles. Por ejemplo, we can say she works with a uniform, or you can also say she wears a uniform, or you can say she works with fire. Ella trabaja con fuego, right? Both options are right. Muchas opciones son posibles, ¿vale? Con que hayáis puesto alguna de estas estaba bien. That's affirmative. Lo más importante, como siempre, si hace falta, hacemos como en clase, ponemos esta S very, very, very big, muy grande, la vamos a poner al 50 ahí porque es lo más importante. Presente simple, cuando tengo a alguien que es especial, que es ella, le ponemos la S al verbo. She works with a uniform. Now let's do the same sentence but in negative. Hacemos exactamente la misma oración pero en negativa. I'm gonna be lazy. Voy a ser vago. I copy the sentence, copio la oración, I paste it here, la pego aquí, but I have to add, tengo que añadir, doesn't here, she doesn't, and can I say she doesn't works with a uniform? ¿Podría poner aquí la S? No, never. Nunca se puede poner la S en una negativa porque ya sabéis que la S la lleva el auxiliar. She doesn't work with a uniform. Now let's make a question whose answer is yes. Vamos a hacer una pregunta cuya respuesta sea que sí. Voy a hacer la misma. Vamos a usar, por ejemplo, lo primero, hay que empezar o con do o con does. Empezamos con does. Does she work with fire? Does she work with fire? ¿Trabaja ella con fuego? Yes, she does. ¿Vale? Y cada uno, ya sabéis, does she wear uniform? También estaría bien. And now how to make a question whose answer is no. Tengo que hacer una pregunta cuya respuesta sea que no. Aquí sí que hay opciones. Aquí habréis puesto un montón. So one of them would be, una de ellas sería, does she sell a lot of things? Does she sell a lot of things? ¿Vende ella muchas cosas? ¿Vende ella muchas cosas? Los bomberos no venden cosas. So, no, she doesn't. More options here. ¿Qué más opciones podríamos poner aquí? Pues, does she sing a song? Does she work with a computer? Does she drive a car? Or does she work with animals? Does she work on a farm? Many options. Muchas opciones. Okay? That's an example. Este es un ejemplo. Si lo queréis copiar, lo podéis copiar en el cuaderno. Alright? Now we got a fashion designer, nosotros, and make an affirmative sentence. So, I start with the pronoun we. I can say work with clothes. We work with clothes. Nosotros trabajamos con ropas, con el sector de la ropa. Right? And now if I want to make the negative sentence, I'm going to be lazy. I'm going to copy the first sentence. I paste it here, and I have to add something here. Two options. I can add don't or doesn't. What do you think? Don't or doesn't? Don't, it's right. Doesn't is wrong. So we don't work with clothes. We don't work with clothes. That is negative. And now let's make a question whose answer is yes. So I can say, do we work with clothes again? Do we work with clothes? And the answer is yes. So yes, we do. Do we work with clothes? Yes, we do. And now let's make up a question whose answer is no. We can say many things here. So for instance, do we Do we sing a song? Do we sing a song? Do we sing a song? ¿Cantamos una canción nosotros? Pues los diseñadores de ropa no suele ser ese su trabajo, ¿verdad? No, we don't. Okay? As always, that is an example you can write on your notebooks to be sure that you read right. Como siempre, esto es un ejemplo, lo podéis copiar en vuestro cuaderno para aseguraros de que está bien. Right? More options here. ¿Qué más opciones habéis podido poner aquí? Pues, por ejemplo, a lo mejor alguno ha puesto do we work with animals? Do we work on a farm? Do we drive a car? Do we wear uniform? Do we sell a lot of things? Bueno, los diseñadores sí que venden cosas. Esta última no te creas que valdría, ¿eh? La de decir, do we sell a lot of things? ¿Vendemos nosotros muchas cosas? Cuidado con eso porque los diseñadores de ropa sí que venden. Right? Esta, por ejemplo, estaría bien. Good. Once we down the pizza cards, let's see my diary. My diary is here. And the next task we had to do is the pupil's book on page 35. Read the Tiger Street Club report and you can listen to it on the CD 2.37. Let's open my pupils here. Okay, that's the report. And we're going to listen to 2 parts. Let's listen to the first part and I explain to you what it means. And after that, I want you to repeat the text. So let's listen it first. Let's look for the CD, it's here. And there we go.
Unit 4, Lesson 6. Pupil's Book, page 35. Activity 18. Culture. Project. Listen and read. Answer the questions.
Tiger Street Club report. In the UK, many people work in our schools. Of course, there are lots of teachers, but there are also cleaners, librarians, caretakers and cooks. All their jobs are important. Their work makes our schools safe and happy places.
Okay, I stopped here. Let's see what we'll listen to it. So, we'll listen to Tiger Street Club report. In the UK, en el Reino Unido, many people work in our schools. Many people work in our schools means mucha gente trabaja en nuestros coles. Of course, ¿os acordáis que lo vimos en el vídeo? Por supuesto, there are lots of teachers. Por supuesto que hay muchos profesores. Pero, there are also cleaners. Also significa también. There are also cleaners, que son limpiadores o limpiadoras. Librarians, bibliotecarios. Caretakers, que son ya los conserjes, los que se encargan de mantener el cole que funcione bien. And cooks, y los cocineros. All their jobs, todos sus trabajos, are important, son importantes. Their work makes our schools safe and happy places. Their work makes, su trabajo hace que nuestros coles sean seguros y lugares felices, ¿vale? Que sean lugares seguros y lugares felices. Okay? They're very important jobs instead of teachers. Hay muchos trabajos importantes en el cole aparte de los profes. Tenemos los cleaners, librarians, caretakers, and cooks. Good. Okay, now I want you to read and repeat. Ahora quiero que vosotros leáis y repetís, ¿vale? Primero lo pongo yo con el CD otra vez. Cuando haga la pausa, quiere decir que tú lo tienes que repetir en voz alta. Right? Come on, let's start.
Tiger Street Club report.
Okay, repeat. Okay.
In the UK, many people work in our schools. Of course, there are lots of teachers, but there are also cleaners, librarians, caretakers and cooks. All their jobs are important. Their work makes our schools safe and happy places.
Okay, good. Now let's listen to the second part of this report. This report has been done by Ben, and it's a similar work that I want you to do. Este reportaje lo ha hecho Ben, y va a ser algo parecido a lo que quiero que hagáis vosotros como trabajo, que ya os explicaré mañana o al día siguiente. ¿Vale? Let's read and listen what Ben has done. Vamos a escuchar a ver qué ha puesto por aquí Ben.
People who work in my school. There's a cleaner in our school. She cleans the classrooms and the corridors before we come to school. There's a cook in our school. He helps prepare 400 school lunches every day. He wears a hat and a white coat. Mr. Brown is the caretaker in our school. He looks after the school building. He repairs windows, doors, tables and chairs. He paints the walls. Mr. Brown does a lot of things. He's a very busy man. He works early in the morning and he works after school finishes too. Bye, Ben.
Okay, do you understand it? ¿Lo hemos entendido? People who work in my school. That's the title of the report. Este es el título del reportaje. People who work in my school. Gente que trabaja en mi cole. There's es el verbo hay en singular, que lo vimos en el tema anterior. There is a cleaner in our school. Hay una persona de limpieza en nuestro cole. She cleans the classrooms and the corridors before we come to school. En este caso va a ser una señora, porque dice she. She cleans, ella limpia, y mirar qué S más bonita que le han puesto aquí al verbo. ¿Por qué será? Porque estamos en presente simple y como es especial hay que poner la S al verbo. She cleans the classrooms, ella limpia las clases, and the corridors, los corridors son los pasillos. ¿Cuándo lo limpia? Before we come to school, antes de que nosotros vayamos al cole. Por eso cuando vais al cole siempre está limpio, ¿vale? Thanks to the cleaners, gracias a las limpiadoras. There is a cook in our school. Hay un cocinero en nuestro cole. He helps prepare 400 school lunches every day. Él ayuda a preparar 400 school lunches. 400 comidas escolares every day. He wears a hat and a white coat. He wears, él lleva, mira que es tan bonita. He wears a hat, lleva puesto un gorro, and a white coat, y un abrigo blanco. Mr. Brown is the caretaker in our school. Mr. Brown es el conserje in our school, en nuestro cole. He looks after the school building. He looks after es un verbo que vimos la semana pasada y que se puede usar. Significa cuidar. Looks, con S porque es especial. He looks after the school building. Él cuida el edificio del cole, las instalaciones del colegio. ¿Okay? He repairs windows. Él repara ventanas, doors, puertas, tables and chairs. Mesas y sillas. Tables and chairs son mesas y sillas. He paints the walls. Mira que ese. He paints the walls. ¿Vale? Él pinta las paredes. Mr. Brown does a lot of things. Cuidado con este does. Este does de aquí no es un auxiliar. Este does sí que tiene un significado y es un verbo. Es el verbo hacer. So, Mr. Brown does a lot of things. Mr. Brown hace muchas cosas. He's a very busy man. Es un hombre muy ocupado. Busy significa ocupado. He's a very busy man. He works early in the morning. Trabaja muy temprano por la mañana. And he works after school finishes too. Y él trabaja después de que el cole termine también, ¿vale? Él también trabaja después de que el cole termine. right? Good, now it's your turn. I want you to read and repeat. So as always, I take the CD and you repeat in the pauses. Repetís en las pausas. Okay? Come on. Okay, now let's start. People who work in my school.
People who work in my school. There's a cleaner in our school. She cleans the classrooms and the corridors before we come to school. There's a cook in our school. He helps prepare 400 school lunches every day. He wears a hat and a white coat. Mr. Brown is the caretaker in our school. He looks after the school building. He repairs windows, doors, tables and chairs. He paints the walls. Mr. Brown does a lot of things. He's a very busy man. He works early in the morning and he works after school finishes too.
And once we listen to this story, for today I think that's enough. I don't think no more here. Oh yeah, once we finish reading this report, una vez que hemos terminado ya de leer esto, acordaros que teníamos pendiente el otro día de corregir las preguntas del live worksheets, de la lectura del vídeo que vimos. Así que venga, voy a buscarlo y lo corregimos. Okay, this is the live worksheets that you had to complete the last day. So the first exercise was to read and click true or false exercise. The first one says, Claire, Ben and Oliver are doing a project about animals. False. It's not about animals. It's about people who work in the school. They want to talk to all the teachers and students. They want to talk to all the teachers, all the teachers and students. False. They don't want to talk to teachers. They want to talk to the nurse, the caretaker, the cleaner, nurse, right? The school nurse is the first person they talk to. True. La enfermera es la primera persona con la que hablan. Eso es cierto. They talk to the caretaker, They talk to the caretaker. Hablan con el conserje. False. He wasn't outside. Estaba fuera. He was busy. Estaba ocupado. No podían hablar con él. Ben helps Rose by putting the chairs on the tables. Ben ayuda a Rosa a poner las sillas en las mesas. That's true. The cook likes fruits and vegetables. Al cocinero le gustaban la fruta y las verduras. True. The cook doesn't like chocolate. Al cocinero no le gustaba el chocolate. False. Sí que le gustaba, lo decía al final. Cook likes chocolate. Ben is eating some apples in the canteen. Ben is eating some apples in the canteen. False. Ben is eating some cake in the canteen. Está comiéndose un poco de tarta, no manzanas. Okay? Next question says, what time does a nurse start work? She starts work at... esto no me acuerdo, ya hace mucho que no he visto el vídeo. Le voy a dar las respuestas y ahora comprobamos estas preguntas. Lo suyo sería que las hubierais contestado nada más ver el vídeo. Esto lo estoy grabando pues casi una semana después de hacerlo. No me acuerdo. What time does the nurse finish? Vamos a comprobarlo. Bueno, lo corrijo desde aquí, el último ejercicio. Vale. Pues, what time does the nurse start work? ¿A qué hora comienza a trabajar la enfermera? Pues, she starts work at 8:45. Empezaba a trabajar a las 9 menos cuarto. What time does the nurse finish work? ¿A qué hora termina de trabajar? She finishes work at 3 o'clock. A las 3 en punto. At 3 o'clock. What's the name of the cleaner? The cleaner's name is Rose. Se llamaba Rose, Rosa. Where does the cook work in? ¿Dónde trabaja el cocinero? The cook works in the kitchen. Trabaja en la cocina. And what time does the cook start work? ¿A qué hora empieza a trabajar el cocinero? The cook starts work at 6:30. A las 6:30. Okay? Once you finish checking out these live worksheets, let's see what we want to do next. So I think this is homework. Yes, the last thing for today is the homework. So I want you to do the picture card of taxi driver with the pronoun vosotros, and if you've done it right, you got a positive. Okay? So let's try for homework. Si lo hacéis para casa y queréis el positivo, me tenéis que pasar una foto con la picture card de vosotros, con la imagen del taxista hecha. Okay, so that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video and hope you see you soon. Bye bye.